Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on? Day 17 here, finally, 1/3 of the way there. That means we are only 8 days away from halfway there. Or you got to break the shit down and make it make as much sense as possible. Welcome to day 17 live stream, where tonight's topic is how and why immersive technology helps people grow. That is what we are talking about tonight. Why and how does immersive tech help people grow? Whew, excuse me. Great discussion. Got some incredible examples lined up. Super excited, super grateful, feeling really strong, feeling really confident. Just in the vision. The vision is coming every day. It becomes more and more clear. Every day it becomes more and more realistic, right? That like this shit is going to happen one way or another. On this morning, on my morning show, right? I do SR daily in the morning, Monday through Fridays. I broke down some numbers, right? And what the current market value is of immersive tech, of personal human development, neuroscience based education, right? And blended them human transformation tech. It's fucking staggering, right? Today, 2026, 400 to 500 billion dollars. 400 to 500 billion dollar valuation that's gonna grow by 2030 to 3.5 to $4 trillion. We're in the right lane. We are in the right lane to make not only a lot of income, but to make massive fucking impact. And that's what it's about. Impacting people's lives, realistically impacting people's lives. And that's what my whole life is built on. My whole life mission, all of my life's work has been geared towards impact. My art, my activism, my advocacy, my media is all about impact. How do we impact people's lives, man? And something that Kimona said earlier was competence builds confidence. Like once I understood even more the numbers, I'm like, yo, I'm in the right fucking place. And now like I gotta put this shit together and I gotta just go after every single person that I know. That's whether it's donating, investing, being a strategic partner, plugging me to this person or to that person. I talk to everybody I know. And so I'm gonna start doing that. Literally, like April, I'm gonna talk to damn near everybody I fucking know. They could ignore me, they could tell me no, but I'm gonna do my best to talk to everybody, whether that's a text message, a phone call, a DM or social media, right? Because like this shit needs to be built. This shit needs to be built. The world needs it. Black people need it. Everybody needs it. Our children of the future absolutely need it. Children are gonna come in 50 years, in 20, in 10 years. If we don't build this shit now, they're still gonna be behind, right? But we have an opportunity in front of us, especially as Black folks. We're so behind in so many industries, especially in tech. We're so behind in fucking tech. And I got some shit. I got some shit with me. God gave me some shit that could advance us at fucking lightning speed. And so I got to do my part. More courage, more confidence, right? More competence, understand more, break this shit down more to as many levels as fucking possible so that everybody can understand. And if everybody contributes, and clearly not everyone, but if a lot of people just contribute, small scale numbers, $5, $10, $20, bigger scale numbers, $1,000, 10,000, 20,000, and those who are able to invest $1 million, $2, $3 million, like we could build something that's never been seen before. Literally, we're talking about building a world healing system. There is no system designed to really heal the world. There is no system designed nor built that exists yet. Nothing exists yet. Like what we are talking about that blends immersive tech, right, experiential tech with neural soul education. Neural soul itself is a fucking niche. They got neurology based education, right? Neuroscience, neurological. They got that, right? Which is just focused on the brain science. Nobody's really like at this level talking about blending them. And why not? Because people don't know what the fuck they talking about. Or people just lost. People don't really know what the world needs. They just doing shit, which is great. Do something. But like God gave me a motherfucking vision, man. God gave me a vision, not just to get everything I've ever wanted, right? Not just to have everything I've ever wanted, to become everything I've always wanted to become, but to help so many other people in the process, to help so many other people in the process. And my heart is full, my spirit is full. And on day 17, I'm feeling like almost invincible, man. Kimona and I, we did like nearly a 3-hour walk, 2.5 hours or plus, give or take, man, here in Astoria. Caught a beautiful sunset, beautiful skies, man. Felt some rain, caught some rain, right? We had a little sun shower, a little sunset shower. We was out there for that. And yeah, man, I'm still at 197. I think I was 197.8 yesterday, 197.2 earlier today, right? Weight is losing slowly because I'm drinking a lot of water, right? We got the Trader Joe's sparkling mineral water. I'm drinking that. I'm drinking coconut water, and I'm working out, right? Like I'm building muscle, right? I'm not just laying the fuck around, right? We saw a rainbow, right? Hamona just typed in the chat. We absolutely did see a rainbow. The rainbow was fucking beautiful. Gotta post the pictures of that later when the show is done. We absolutely, I can't even spell, can't type. Absolutely did see a rainbow. It was beautiful rainbow too, right? But yeah, man, I feel great. I feel strong. I got 2 sets of my workout in earlier. Most of my steps are done. I just got to get a few more steps when the show is over. Probably like a 10-minute run, right? 10-minute run, 2 more sets, and do some more packing tonight, man. Put some more books in some boxes. Start packing some clothes, right? We're gonna do laundry tomorrow, so we can pack more clothes, right? Yeah, man, getting out this crib, right? Like this shit is still so surreal. I texted one of my friends earlier. It was like, yo, like how's the fasting going? How's the move going? Like yo, the shit is surreal, all right? But it's divine. It's divine. I've outgrown this place. This place has served its purpose, right? Yeah, this place served its purpose, man, and I've outgrown it, and I'm ready to experience outside for a little while, right? I'm ready for what's next. I'm ready for the unknown because I know what my destiny is, and I don't know all of the ins and outs, and I don't need to know all the ins and outs. I'm gonna experience the shit as it comes. Trust. Kimona said it last week. I said it multiple times. Trusting the divine. I am trusting the divine with all of my fucking heart, and I'm leaning not on my own understanding. I don't gotta know where I'm gonna go next. Like when I finish with the hunger strike and I finish outside, where am I going? Worst case scenario, right? I got my fiance's crib, Kimona crib. I got my mom's crib, right? I got a bunch of friends' cribs, right? Like worst case scenario. It's the worst case. Worst case. I got sisters in another state, right? Maryland, right there. I got cousins here in New York. I got family, right? I got family. I got friends, right? Who love me. Who worst case scenario if I need to sleep on somebody's couch, right? Again, Kimona definitely. She already told me I could move in with her. And that's of course like my heart is always grateful for that, right? But you know, as a young man, I want to secure my own, man, and so I'm willing to go through the struggle to do that, right? Definitely, willing to go through this mirror shit. And I look, and you can't unmirror, like you can't do an unmirror thing with YouTube. Look, I'm grabbing the wrong fucking spot for my chain. This shit is crazy. I don't like this shit at all. I don't like this shit, and I don't want to stream on StreamYard to YouTube because StreamYard then records and it takes up space, and then I gotta delete every night, right? And I don't want to go through all of that shit. So YouTube is cool. Just don't like the mirror thing. But yeah, day 17, third of the way there, man. Next week will be halfway there. We're going outside at the end of this week, so getting closer and closer, man. April 1st is Wednesday. We'll be outside by Friday, Saturday. And it's different. I'm 2 years older than when I did the last 14-day hunger strike, right? I'm going outside if it's Friday, it's going to be 3 weeks, Saturday, 3 weeks, right, since I've eaten, which is going to be like going outside to not eat for 30 more days, right? It's tough. Different location, different cause, but I'm ready for it, man. I feel younger than I did then, although I'm 2 years older. I feel younger. I feel stronger. I feel more vibrant. I feel more powerful. I feel more magnetic. And we're gonna increase this magnetism over these next few days and few weeks, right? We're gonna increase our magnetism, more prayer, more meditation, more discipline, more reading, more writing, and more very focused attention on the big goal, right? But let us ground. Let me get a sip of water first, and then we're going to ground in a nice short meditation. Before we get started with tonight's talk. Whew. So if you are sitting, find a comfortable position. If you are laying, find a comfortable position. Wherever you are, be comfortable for just a few moments. Whew. Just allow yourself to sink into the space that you are currently in. If you are on the subway or the bus, just sink in, keep your awareness, of course, but sink into your space. Allow your body to just be planted firmly where you are right now. Excuse me. If you are safe, if you are home, if you can, close your eyes or soften your gaze. If you are out and about, please do just remain aware of your surroundings and do your best to silence your mind, still your mind. Whatever thoughts come, allow them to go like a butterfly. And really just allow yourself to feel yourself in the space that you are currently in. If you are sitting, feel the weight of your body in the seat. If you are laying, feel your body resting on the bed or the couch or the floor or wherever you are laying. If you are walking, just feel your feet hitting the concrete. Just be aware of yourself sinking into your space, wherever you are. And allow this firmness to reflect you being rooted in your goals, you being rooted in your life mission, you being rooted in who you are, at your core, who you are at your essence, who you are before the world told you who you could be or had to be or should be or couldn't be, before the world hurt you, before the world caused you trauma, before the world abandoned you and pressured you into being something and someone that you did not want to be. Remember who you were and who you are beneath the harm that was done to you and the harm that you may have caused to others. Remember who you are beneath the harm, before the harm, and beyond the harm. Who are you? Who are you? And affirm, I am. Because you are more than your name. Right? Not my name is. No, I didn't ask your name. I asked, who are you? Two different questions. Who are you? Who am I? Begin to define yourself for yourself. Give yourself a neck roll. Wiggle your toes, move your fingers. Come back to the space, knowing that you are loved, knowing that you are cherished, knowing that you are sacred and you are adored. At this moment, in this time, in this space, you are safe. Give thanks. Give thanks for grounding with me. So let's jump to it, man. This is, I'm going to preface this by saying that I'm getting goosebumps. This is by far probably the most profound thing that I've ever come up with, right? The most profound thing that I've ever, I guess I did come up with it. God gave me the download. And I went and we built this thing, right? We legitimized the company, and now it's just about building it out. So maybe not that I came up with, But this immersive tech, right, which is a major part of the world healing system, right? Um, this immersive tech arm of what we're building with the whole system is the most profound thing I probably ever engaged in. Like, it's genius, it's ahead of the curve, it's ahead of the game, it's right on time, it's futuristic, it's where the world is going, is what so many institutions, so many companies are leaning towards, right? Yeah, it's fucking powerful, man. It is absolutely fucking powerful, and I'm beyond excited to be leading this charge and building this thing, right? I'm extremely humbled, again, to have been chosen to build this thing. I was before, like, what the fuck? Like, I've never built nothing like this. I've never, whether the fundraising arm, whether the business itself, right? I've never done anything like this, right? It's not like I was in tech before and now I'm just going into immersive tech. No, like, I've been in for the majority of my life, right? I've been in art. Art has been the main field that I've been in. Art, I guess you could say public speaking, mentorship, right? Coaching to some degree. I haven't even fully like pushed that, built that out, right? But it's mainly been art, right? As an artist, writer, filmmaker, art curator. I've curated a few exhibits, right? Art, media, activism, right? Social change, like tech, immersive tech. Going into this field at 42 is like, whoa, shit, but I'm right on fucking time. I'm right on pace to get everything I've ever wanted, right? So yeah, man, so this is extremely exciting for me. I think I'm coming into this, again, at the right time, with the right idea, right? With the right concept, with the right energy, right? And again, I just got to do my part, man, which is a big part, and it's gonna take a lot of fucking work, but we're gonna do this shit. So today's theme, right? We're gonna get right to it. Today's theme is immersive technology and human growth, experiencing the future before you actually live it. Right? The question is, how and why does immersive tech help people grow? So, opening question: what if you could experience your best self before you actually become them? What if you had a vision of your best self? What do you look like? Where do you live? How much money are you making? Are you married? Are you single? Right? Do you have children? How old are they? What kind of car are you driving? What color is it? How many seats? Right? Where do you work? Where do you live? Like climate, but also a house, an apartment. Is it a mansion? Is it like, what's your life like? Like your workout, right? What's your workout routine? What does your body look like? Right? What does your body look like? What does it feel like? Right? Like, what is your hair like? Imagine you could experience your best self before you actually became them. What if you could step into a version of your life where you are more disciplined, more confident, and more aligned, and actually feel that shit in real fucking time? Feel that shit in real time. You could step into a version of yourself. You're more disciplined, you're more creative, you're more confident, you're more courageous, you're more aligned, you are healthier, you are wealthier, right? You are more what's the word? Like, you are maybe less sensitive, right? You are more compassionate, more graceful, and less sensitive in a way that, like, everything doesn't affect you. Everything affects you, but you don't react to everything. Let me say, there's nothing wrong with being sensitive, right? But you are more compassionate, you are more graceful, you are more forgiving, you are more understanding. Whatever your best self looks like, what if you could actually experience that self, that version of you? You could step into that life and feel that shit in real time. Feel the emotions that come from that come with that. Listen, that's not science fucking fiction anymore, man. That is immersive technology. That is immersive technology. And tonight we are getting into it, talking about why immersive technology matters. Why does this shit matter? And how does it help people grow? How the fuck does this system help people grow? Like, how? How does immersive tech help people grow? It's not just gaming. It's not just like fun. And no, we can use this shit. Yes, some people may use it for that. But we can use this shit to really liberate humanity. Liberate humanity. And so, what is immersive technology? Immersive technology is anything that places you inside of an experience. Immersive technology is anything that places you a person, a human being inside of an experience. So that's VR, virtual reality, which is what I'm building, right? What we're building with Continuum. That's AR, augmented reality, right? Which is fucking massive as well. And then it's simulated environments, right? Simulated environments, fire. So instead of just thinking about something, right? Like I remember the racing games, right? When you're racing, but now you put the glasses on, and now you actually racing, right? NASCAR, whatever that shit was, right? You actually are racing. So you're not just thinking about something; you are actually experiencing it. So immersive technology turns imagination, what you imagine. Close your eyes and imagine. Into actual experience where it's fucking sensory. You can feel that shit. You can literally feel that shit in your bones. You feel that shit in your heart. You feel that shit in your gut. You feel it in your fucking body, right? So now let's talk about the problem, right? Why this is important, right? Because this is important for a fucking reason. Because right now, all right, pardon me. Right now, most personal development. Oh shit, stuff in my eye. Right now, most personal development, right, is reading, is writing, and is learning, watching, listening, right? Like, oh man, I don't know where whatever that is came from. It was definitely getting me. Um, but yeah, right now, today, most personal growth, personal development is about reading books, is about watching lectures, is about listening to people speak, right? Watching these documentaries, watching these videos, watching. And that's powerful. I do that. I listen, I read, I watch. I love it, right? And as powerful as that is, as powerful as it is to read, to watch, to listen, to learn, to engage that way, it's still passive. Because knowing something, and experiencing something are not the fucking same. Knowing what to do, and clearly we know that because there are people like listening, reading, watching, learning. How many people read, watch, learn? They can quote all of the shit from all of the people all day, but it's not reflected in their life. It is not reflected. It does not reflect. It does not translate to action. It does not translate to their becoming, to their development, to their transformation, right? We see it all the fucking time in so many different ways. They've read all of the books. They watched all of the lectures. They've attended all of the lectures. They watched all of the documentaries, all of the videos, right? They did all that shit. But knowing something and experiencing something are not the same. You don't change simply by knowing something. That's not how change works, right? It can help. It's a big catalyst, right? Knowing knowledge is power, but applied knowledge. You change by experience. You change by experiencing a thing. That's what changes you. Not just by knowing something, not being able to articulate something. Again, that's the problem with education. We talked about that last night. Teaching memorization. You can memorize the shit that you heard, the shit that you read. You can memorize it and articulate it and have incredible conversations about it. You can theorize about it, rationalize, philosophize, and all of that shit, and still not change. You change by fucking experience. Something triggered inside of you. Something happened inside of you. Now, of course, reading, watching, listening, learning can trigger something inside of you to change, right? It can do that. It's clearly, many people have changed before immersive tech was a thing, of course, right? However, many people also have stayed the same because their lack of ability to, right? So when we talk about the brain, right? We talk about change by experience, and your brain learns through experience. When you experience something, your brain treats it as real. Even if it's immersive tech, your brain will treat it as real. Talked to Simona earlier, and something that I think is common knowledge at this point is that the mind doesn't know if something is real or imagined, which is why visualization is so powerful. Generally, yes, it doesn't work for everyone, which is why some people are going to need the immersive tech, because some people are able to visualize and see themselves and be fully there. Some people try to and they drift and they're stuck because they're thinking about all of the shit that they need to be thinking about, not this future fucking self thinking about right now, right? So real crazy, real powerful. So when you experience something, when you go through immersive tech and you have that experience, your brain treats it as real. So what does that mean? If your brain is thinking that it's real, what does that mean? That means that you can build confidence through immersive tech. You can practice your behaviors through immersive tech. You can create new patterns through immersive technology. You can use immersive technology for athletes. You can use immersive technology, like they said, when I was reading earlier, talking about VR, it was like students who use VR score on average higher than students who don't. 85% average versus 75% average, right? Yeah, it was some incredible numbers I was reading on my morning show, SR Daily, right? So remember when we spoke about trauma in the brain and neural pathways, the brain forms stronger neural pathways through lived or simulated experience. So if you can live something, that's top notch. But if it's a simulated experience, your brain is rewiring itself, and is transitioning to fit like that experience, right? So visualization and stimulation. I'm tired. Visualization and simulation can activate similar brain regions as real action. It does. It's a mirror effect, right? It's like if I do something, my brain, certain pathways go off in my brain. If I watch somebody else do something, certain pathways go off in my brain. If I hear somebody else do something, it goes off in my brain, right? Like, because the brain doesn't know if it's real or fake. That's not the brain's job, is to differentiate between what's real and what's not. It's to just experience it and then send signals. So your brain sends signals to your body. It's like, oh shit, all right, we're having this experience, right? This is how we need to respond. This is what we need to do next. This is what we need to do because of this. So your brain doesn't just respond to reality, it responds to experience. And a lot of realists don't like that shit. Like, oh, reality. Nah, you can create the experience and you can transform people through experience alone. Experiential learning. It matters and it works. And there are people doing it right now. Right now across the world, people are doing it and having fucking amazing results doing it. Amazing result. So now, why does this matter specifically for growth? Imagine this. Just take a moment to imagine if you can. Imagine that you are able to practice difficult conversations with your spouse, with your children, with your parents, with your coworker, with your boss, with your friends. Imagine you were able to practice difficult conversations. Imagine you were able to experience your future self, that self that we talked about, that self that is happier and healthier and wealthier and more vibrant and more lively and more friendly and all of those things. Imagine you can experience your future self. Imagine if you can rehearse discipline. Imagine if you can see yourself succeeding. See yourself succeeding. Because when you do that, when you see yourself succeeding, when you rehearse the discipline and when you experience your future self, your brain starts to believe this is possible. Holy shit. This is possible. This is me. This is me. So immersive tech closes the gap, right? We spoke about discipline, right? The gap between who you are and who you want to become. Discipline is that bridge, right? Because through immersive tech, you can rehearse those disciplines, right? Of waking up every day, same time, working out, waking up every day, same time, working out, going to bed every day, same time, waking up, same time. You can rehearse those disciplines through immersive tech, right? So immersive tech closes the gap between who the fuck you currently are and who you becoming. It makes the gap so much fucking smaller. And then the part that people don't talk about is the fucking emotion, like when we do visualization practices, right? Coaches and leaders, when they teach visualization practices, we teach to feel the emotion, right? You see yourself succeeding, you see yourself, getting healthier, you see yourself, whatever it is, what feeling, like feel that feeling, put yourself in that time, put yourself in that space and feel the feeling. Emotions matter. So, because when you feel something deeply, what happens? It fucking sticks. When you feel something deeply, it sticks, it fucking sticks. And so immersive experiences create emotion. You like feel that shit, like, oh shit, I told you first time I took my children to an immersive experience, my children and my mother, for one of my son's birthdays a couple years ago, took them to an immersive experience. And they thought like it was Van Gogh, and it was a point where we sitting down, we're safe, right? But we go over like the water, and my mother started getting anxiety. She thought that shit was real. My daughter got afraid. She thought it was real. So immersive experiences create emotion. They create presence. You're there in that space. It feels so real. And it creates engagement because now you can interact, right? So transformation happens faster when it's felt. When you feel in your body, in your heart, when you can feel transformation, when you can feel you becoming a better person, you becoming a healthier person, a more compassionate person, a wealthier person, a better parent, a better spouse, when you can feel that shit, transformation happens so much faster. Because one, you want that to be your everyday. You want that to be your real life, right? And like your brain also is like, whoa, this is real. And so when it now starts to go back and forth, it's like, all right, it's going to what's the safest. What's the safest is not is yes, is what's familiar, but that's you create that familiarity through the immersive tech, and it's like, oh shit, two are familiar, but one feels better. I'm gonna go with that one. So this connects to every single thing that we've been talking about. Every single thing we've been talking about so far. Days 1 through days fucking 16 yesterday, right? Today's day 17, right? It's 100% connects to everything we've been talking about. Your awareness is seeing yourself clearly, right? Honestly, fully. The regulation is practicing calm in scenarios, right? You can do that. You can practice calm in scenarios with immersive tech, right? The discipline, you can rehearse consistency. Again, waking up same time, going to sleep same time, working out same time, eating same time, whatever the disciplines are. Quitting smoking, quitting drinking, right? Like stopping gambling, like whatever the disciplines are, you get to rehearse. You get to rehearse them consistently. In your environment, you step into new spaces. Spaces that are more loving, that are more supportive, that are more uplifting, that are more vibrant, that are more positive, that are kinder, people who are sweeter, right? People who are more forgiving, more understanding, more compassionate, right? And identity, you get to become your future self. And so immersive tech accelerates all of that shit. It like literally immersive tech. I want to liken it to how like monks meditate under retreat for 30 years, right? And then they're able to hit a peak state of awareness, of consciousness, and you could get that same level of consciousness, the same experience through mushrooms and a 2-3 hour experience with mushrooms, or through a few minute experience through DMT, right? You can get the same exact experience, but maybe better. So immersive tech accelerates everything that we've been talking about: the awareness, the trauma in the brain, the repair, the neuroplasticity, the motherfucking disciplines, the habits and identity, like all of it. Immersive tech accelerates all of that shit. And so this is part of what I've been building towards. All right, this is out of the Neurosoul Liberation Method, the Neurosoul Liberation University, the Academy. Out of all of that, right, building that out, this came. Continuum came. This is part of what I've been building. A world where people don't just imagine change, they actually experience it. A world where people don't just imagine change, they actually experience change. A platform where you can step into your future fucking self and start becoming them now. Step into your future self and start becoming them now. Who are you? And it blurs because it's like, well, who I'm becoming, all right, this is what I want to become. And maybe it's so far away. Right? Maybe it's so far away. But it's like I experienced it, and now you start to get blurred because like I experienced it now, and I feel like that person now. So like it closes the gap between who you are and who you are becoming. This shit is fucking beautiful, man. Literally imagine a platform where you can step into your future fucking self and start becoming them right now today, with all of your flaws, with all of your shortcomings, with all of your hardships, with all of the pain, with all of the heartache, with the lack of discipline, with the lack of funds, with the lack of this, the unhealthiness, the illness, the laziness, whatever the fuck the case is. You can step into your future self today. Put the glasses on, boom, 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 program, create your avatar, boom, boom, boom. Experience a day in life with that person. Whoa, like, whoa, that's how I want to be. That's how I want to look. That's the time I want to wake up. That's the food I want to be eating. That's how I want to engage with my children. That's how I want to interact in my community. That's how I want to interact in my community. That's the impact I want to have in the world. You can start becoming it right now, today. Take the glasses off, and now you blurred. And now it's like your brain already started rewiring itself, right? So now the next situation you get into where you might have responded a different way, you respond completely different now. You're like, oh, wait, nah, I don't respond that way no more. That's not what I do anymore. It's not what I do anymore. So now, why does this matter globally? Because we're building a world healing system. We're not just building something to be fucking local. Maybe if I was, it'd be fucking easier. But I ain't signed up for the easy motherfucking road. If we can scale this, if we can scale this shit, if we can scale this continuum, world healing system, we can help people break patterns faster. All the addictive patterns, all of the patterns that are keeping them stuck. We can help them break patterns faster. We can help them build confidence faster. And we can help them see new possibilities earlier. So now our children who are growing up in drug-addicted households, who are growing up with abuse, physical, mental, emotional, sexual, they can see new possibilities earlier. Adults who got illness, who got injured, who experienced sickness, dis-ease, can see new possibilities earlier. Our brothers and sisters incarcerated can see new possibilities earlier. Where a felony, no matter how much time they did in prison, no matter what they don't know and how disconnected they may be, they fucking experience this shit, they can see the new possibilities so much earlier. The brain is a powerful tool. The brain and the mind working in conjunction, the most powerful tag team ever. There's no two better than them. Give a fuck. Take Kobe and Jordan. You take motherfucking Joe Montana and Tom Brady, Jerry Rice. You take Wayne Gretzky and whoever else, Tiger and motherfucking Serena or Venus. Whoever you take, no two are beating the motherfucking brain and the mind. None. And so know that we're not just talking about technology. This is so much more than technology. We're talking about accelerating human growth. That is really what we're talking about. Using immersive tech, but we're talking about accelerating human fucking growth. That is what we're talking about here. Continuum is the vehicle that accelerates human growth. How does that sound? Type in the comments. Does this make sense to you? Do you understand it a little more clearly now of how and why immersive tech helps people grow? Please, seriously, let me know in the comments. There's 3 people tuned in. If you were tuned in, you can hear me. Please type into the comments. Does this make sense to you? Do you understand this a little more? Is this something that you can get behind? Again, whether contributing financially, that's clearly we need money to build this shit. Whether it's becoming a strategic partner and helping me think through this shit, a co-architect, helping me think through this shit, connecting me with people who you know, who may have some money or some skills even. Like you might not contribute money, but you may have skills. You may be able to build curriculum. You may be in tech and you got some tech skills, right? You can help develop this shit, right? Like this shit is incredible. And is not just, I'm gonna go forward, but I want to make a point. Right, so we're raising money. A lot of times people are raising money. We put a fundraiser out there. They just donate. Donations are great, but if you got money to invest, if you want to invest, this is a for-profit company. This is for profit. You're gonna make a lot of fucking money. I think I mentioned in the beginning. I'm sure I did. Right now, immersive tech, neuroscience-based education, neuroscience-based education, and personal development. Right now, collectively, in USD is valued at $400 to $500 billion. Projected to hit $3.5 to $4 trillion in 2030. The industry that we are stepping into. This is human transformation tech. That's what this is. Human transformation tech, using technology to transform human beings. This is human fucking potential economy. That's what this is. So we're really talking about accelerating human growth, helping humans grow faster, with more clarity, with more precision, right? More like, So now let me ask you guys a question. Thank you, Starhawk, for responding. If you could step into your best self for one day, what would that look like? Drop that in the comments. If you could step into your best self for one day, what would that look like? I'm gonna drop mine in the comment. My best self has a 6-pack, earns. My best self drives a 6-pack, drives a sports car. It looks like heaven. You're fucking right. It looks like heaven. It absolutely does. And it's funny, I thought about that, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna break it out, right? What does it look like? It looks like, right, my best self has a 6-pack, drives a sports car, travels regularly, with my wife and our children, right? Supports my mother fully, right? Has retired my siblings, right? And builds necessary institutions across the globe, right? It looks like bliss. That's what my best self looks like, right? That's what my best self looks like. That's the life that I'm creating for myself. That is what I'm cultivating, right? And what would change? What would change if you didn't just imagine that version of yourself, but you actually experienced it? And so that's why Starhawk, it was important, right? Part of the question was important to actually write it out, right? To write it out, because if you could experience that self, right? Like, what's your days like? What do you eat for breakfast, right? What time do you go to sleep? What time do you wake up? What's your workout routine, right? Do you lift weights? Do you just do calisthenics? Do you walk or do you run, right? Do you run for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour? Do you walk for 3 hours a day, right? 10 miles a day, 5 miles a day, whatever it is. Do you bike ride? What is that best self, right? What does your best self actually look like, you physically, as a human being? What does your life look like? How is it designed, right? Sefu said, my best self will speak Spanish fluently. I love it. 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 Right. But yeah, so what would change if you didn't just imagine that version of yourself, but actually experience it? Sefu, NAPPC, what if you could experience right now yourself speaking fluent Spanish to your wife, right? To people, these sirens, these noises, these motorcycles. I'm over motorcycles. Like, I never really liked them. It was cool for a while. They're just too fucking loud. Motorcycles and motorbikes. But anyway, seriously, what would change if you didn't just imagine that version of yourself? Sefu, if you just didn't imagine yourself speaking Spanish fluently, but you could actually put a fucking headset on, and within an hour, you can see yourself in different scenarios speaking Spanish fluently to all the people you need to speak to. What would then change in your life? If I could experience myself, right, like as my best self with the 6-pack, right, waking up every day at 4:30 a.m., going to bed by 10, 11 p.m., right, if I could experience that best self, traveling, my wife, our children, right, like if I could experience that self, like right now, everything would change. So I would be more confident. I would be more like, no, that shit has to happen. And so like I would rush, like I would be way more active than I currently am, right? And so to close, I want you guys to understand that the future of growth is not just learning. It's not just learning more. You think you got to learn more, go to school more school. No, the future of growth, the future of human becoming, of human development, of human potential, of human transformation, of human growth, the future is experiencing who you can become before you fully become them. Experiencing your future self today. The you that you see in 10 years, in 5 years, in 6 months, in 50 years, that future self, you could experience them right now, today, in real time, really have the emotions. Your brain really rewires around that reality, right? And yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, I'm excited. I'm humbled and grateful. I'm humbly grateful that God, that the Creator gave me this vision, that put this shit in my heart, put this shit in my spirit. And I think it's because I've been obedient thus far with the vision that I had from a child, world healer. And I really I'm committed to healing the world and making it a better place for you and for me and for the entire human race. Because there are people dying, right? There's people fucking dying. There's people dying miserable. There's people living long and dying and never having fully lived their life, right? Living in fear, living in repeated patterns that have not served them, living with thinking, negative thinking, living in toxic environments forever, but because they feel like there's a blood connection, they can't change it. They can't create a new environment for themselves that's more supportive, that's more loving, right? Yeah, man, we are building the future, yo. In real time, and it starts with an idea. It starts with speaking it, right? We speak it, we claim it, we affirm it, we declare it, right? We command this shit, and then we just do the work. And so, if you are on the stream tonight, thank you so much for being here. Contribute to the campaign however you can. Again, if you got $10, $50, if you know 3, 4, 5 people who can contribute $10, $20, $5, $50, $100. If you know somebody who got bread and they don't know what the fuck to do with it, they're like, yo, I want to put it to something good. Send them my way. Send them my way. Right? Because to build this shit takes an investment. It takes fucking money. This shit is not going to grow on its own. And I'm a young black man doing this shit. Most of the people in this space are white and Asian. We get this shit. It's a win for us. And we're going to always do the right thing, right? Maybe not everybody. You know me. I'm always going to do the right thing and make sure that we scale and we grow and we put the fucking pieces where they need to be put so that everybody's good. Creating economic opportunities, creating jobs for people, and just creating more impact, man. But thank you all. Fu said I will be driven more to make content in Spanish about the blockade on Cuba and raising awareness about U.S. held political prisoners. Fire. If he could speak, that's what would change. If he could experience himself speaking Spanish fluently, that's what would change. That's incredible. KK said, my best self is vulnerable and shares my thoughts more with the world. Fire. And so, Kimona, what would change if you could experience that now? If you could experience that best self right now, what would change for you? What would change if you could experience that version of you right now? What would change? What would change? I don't want to get off before you get a chance to answer. I know you're traveling, but if you could hear this and you could type, what would change if you could experience your best self, the vulnerable you, the you that shares more thoughts with the world, thoughts more with the world? What would change right now if you could put that headset on and you saw your best self being more vulnerable, sharing more of your thoughts with the world? What would change when you take the headset off in your life today? Yo, this shit is powerful, y'all. This again, we are early. The valuation is big. It's only going to grow, right? And clearly, no one could do what you could do the way you could do it. And so, I'm not really worried, but I definitely want to get in because I want to get in, build this shit, and then go fucking public. Because why not? Why not go public? Maybe not. I don't know. We're gonna talk to the team. That's what teamwork is fucking important. Because we go public, and we get other people who can now generate off our success, and we encourage our people to fucking invest. Yo, the $100 that you put into Continuum in 2027, right? You now made the same way people Google. That's one thing I kick myself for. I kick myself in the ass on. Google went publicly in 2004. 2004, I went to jail. Google and I think Facebook both went public in 2004. I went to jail 2004. I gambled before I went to prison $10,000 sometimes. I lose $8,000, $5,000 in the night. I would have put $10,000 into motherfucking Google if I had somebody educating me and talking to me about it. I was a gambler. I would have invested. I spoke about investing eventually in something. I didn't really think that at fucking 19 years old, 20 years old, I can invest. I didn't have the education, right? I didn't have the education. And Google clearly now is, they said, my man said the other day, Google is God, right? Search engine wise. If I would have invested $10,000 in 2004 into Google right now, but it's all divine because I wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have this new vision. But like, I want to create that type of impact, right? For our people and for people in general. Like, we build this shit. This shit is dope. This shit is going places. You invest $5,000 into us today. In 10 years, that $5,000 turn into $500,000 type shit, right? $300,000 like type shit, right? But Kimona said podcast will start tonight. If she could experience her best self right now, her podcast will start tonight. Honesty, that's real. But listen, guys, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Join us tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the future of healthcare. All right, I think that's what we're talking about tomorrow. What we're talking about tomorrow? Tomorrow's topic is make sure. Tomorrow, yes, mental health, sorry, mental health specifically. Tomorrow we're talking about mental health systems of the future. That is tomorrow's topic, mental health systems of the future. And of course, Continuum is one of them. All right. But listen, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thanks for tuning in. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Share the campaign. Contribute already if you haven't. If you have and you got more, contribute again. All right. Let's get this shit really, 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 really off the ground. Tomorrow's day 18. Next week could be day 25. We almost halfway there. Once we halfway there, we almost fucking done. My audience just said, you made it this far. The rest is a breeze. All right. Yo, I love you guys. Have a great night. Peace.